Okay, guys, so I wasn't planning on doing an episode about this or any video on this in general, but I've been seeing the whole Descendants 4 Rise of Red, and I'm like, okay, I'm excited to watch it. It finally came on Disney Plus, so I went into it, not gonna lie, with very harsh views, a very tough critique. So here's the thing if you're gonna do like a sequel or a follow up movie to a popular franchise, then you need to make sure you're going to do it good. That's my opinion right there. And everything. But when I watched it, I first want to say rest in peace to Cameron Boyce. He was a great actor, and he is missed. And I don't know, like it wasn't the same, and I felt like they should have made more movies. They should have just left it at the books and all of that. But and everything. It wasn't the same without the original cast as well, which I get it. It's Disney. They all grow up. They all leave Disney at some point. I can't do anything about that. But I also want to say I took some notes and everything. But if I had to rank the movie out of 10, it's gonna be I'm giving it a 4, and I'm giving it a 4. One, out of graciousness. Two, because the soundtrack was mid. Am I using that correctly? I don't think I really am. But I don't know. The style was kind of cute, but it was also very confusing. Um, Especially with like the storylines and how some of the characters met, because we know Cinderella and Charming did not go to the same school. They were also not in the same circle and everything else. And Jasmine and Aladdin were also at this school when they met. I do love the fact that it was like you can call us Geladin. I do love that little couple name that they gave him though. I will give it that. But yeah. But as far as watching Descendants 4 to Rise of Red, would I watch it again? Depending on how bored I am, if I'm being honest. It's a 4. And I do say I love having Rhea Ora play a villain. I think it suits her character. I think she could play a killer villain. After all, we've seen it multiple times. Especially in the video with Iggy Azalea, Black Widow, but and everything. But I feel like some of the songs, like they could have been used at a different place in time and everything. It just didn't feel right and everything. And I think I'm just looking at it from like the point of view of like as a Disney kid, like who loves Disney movies and everything else. So I'm looking at it from that point of view. So please understand that. If you loved it, great. I'm not trying to cause any hate. But like it did make I do like the fact that since it wasn't like it was on Disney Plus, they were able to get the Queen of Hearts more wicked. Like I love a good irredeemable villain. I don't like the fact that they made her redeemable. I really don't. They gave her an angry like a prank going around that made her into a villain. Like for most of y'all know, I love me a good irredeemable villain. Don't make the villain irredeemable. They made Maleficent irredeemable. They made Dan Scott even irredeemable for crying out loud. But so here's the thing. That prank turned Bridget, Red's mom, the Queen of Hearts, into a narcissist who taught her daughter, who had her daughter being raised by a narcissist and everything else. Basically, with little lines and everything, it's like everything I do is for you and everything else, and like a very controlling, tyrannical household. As someone who's been in that situation, it's not fun by no means. And so the fact that they made her irredeemable, they made her redeemable. They went back and changed the prank and how one decision can change your life. It also reinforces the lessons that evil is a taught behavior, instead of something you're born with. Do I believe that? I'm not sure. But I also know that everyone's good and bad. Everyone makes good and bad decisions. But anyway, would I recommend seeing Descendants 4? No, I would not recommend it. I honestly don't, but it's getting a lot of hype because a lot of people are not living up to it. So I will say my favorite song from the whole movie is definitely gonna be Rita Ora doing Love Ain't It. I will say that with a passion. And everything else. And I will say Red's introduction song, kind of fire, honestly. I'm not give it that. But the movie gets a 4 out of 10. And that's taken in costume, CGI, music, and everything else. But I'm sorry if this disappointed you, but as a Disney adult, I have to be honest. I was a true Disney kid, what can I say? Turned 28 Friday, and I have to say, I have to review some of these Disney movies. It's not fun, but that's what Breezy's Reviews is, right?